Somewhere in America this morning, someone will make a payment on a car they no longer own. It is parked in a stranger's driveway. They are not careless, they are not rare. Their payment is part of an average, $770 a month, the highest ever recorded. And almost nobody knows what is really inside it. Open it up. Inside, the car, the part you expected. The interest, more of it than you think. The add-ons, some you chose, some you may not remember choosing. And a fourth thing, the debt from the last car, the one in the stranger's driveway. It did not stay behind when the car did. All of it is on the paperwork, but it was built to fit inside one number, because one number is easy to say yes to. You are about to see how it gets in, and how to get it out. Here is how the number gets built. Walk into a dealership, and the first real question is rarely the price of the car. It is this: what monthly payment are you comfortable with? That question sounds like courtesy. It is arithmetic. Say you answer $770. Say the car you agreed on needs less than that. The difference is room. Room that things can be packed into, every month for the life of the loan. The practice has a name: payment packing. Quoting a monthly payment that already contains add-ons you were never clearly told about, then presenting it as if it were just the car and the financing. The Federal Trade Commission has brought enforcement actions over it, cases describing buyers persuaded to accept payments larger than the agreed price of the car required, with extras packed into the contract to absorb the difference. To be clear, that is a named practice, not every dealership. But notice what it depends on. It only works on a buyer who negotiates the payment. It has never once worked on a buyer who negotiates the total. Now watch what the payment hides. The average new car loan, $43,925 at 6.39%. Over 48 months, that is $1,039 a month. Over 84 months, 7 years, it is $650. Same car, same rate. The $650 looks like a gift. The payment just fell 37%. But nothing got cheaper. They stretched the time. You added 36 payments and the interest nearly doubles. $5,969 becomes $10,669. In cash, that is $4,700 more for the same car. Not ruinous. Hold on to that number. The payment measures what you can afford this month. The total measures what the car costs. $650 a month is not a smaller price. It is the same price, cut into thinner slices, with interest on every slice. $4,700 was the term. Now the rate. The same car, $43,925 over 6 years. With excellent credit, the average rate is 4.55%. Total interest, $6,351. With poor credit, the average is 16.01%. Same car, same term. Total interest, $24,695. That is an $18,344 difference, decided by nothing on the lot, nothing on the sticker, nothing you can see. Decided by your credit score before you ever walked in. Month to month, it is $698 against $953. In between sits the average used auto loan at 11.43%. Buyers will fight for hours over the sticker price, then accept the rate in the finance office in a minute, because the rate does not feel like a price. It is the most expensive number in the deal, and almost nobody negotiates it, because nobody told them it was for sale. $24,695 on a $43,925 car. More than half the price of the car again, in interest alone. One add-on deserves its own chapter: gap insurance. A legitimate product. If the car is totaled while you owe more than it is worth, it covers the gap. Plenty of buyers genuinely need it. That is what makes the pricing worth watching. You can buy it two ways. From your own insurer, it typically costs $20 to $40 a year. From a dealership, it is a lump sum, $400 to $700, commonly $500 to $1,000, rolled into the loan. The product is the same either way. The National Consumer Law Center found dealer markups of around 300%, and rolling it in has its own arithmetic. Put $900 of gap coverage into an 84-month loan at 6.39%, and it costs $1,119 by the end. You are paying interest on insurance. Against $40 direct, that is roughly $1,079 more for identical cover. And notice what this product protects you from: owing more than the car is worth. You are being sold an umbrella for weather the loan itself creates. Which brings us to the water. Upside down, when you owe more on the loan than the car is worth. A new car loses roughly 22% of its value in the first year. On an 84-month loan, you are upside down from month 1, and you stay under until roughly year 3. Not because anything went wrong, because that is the schedule. Here is where America stands. In the first quarter of 2026, 30.9% of new car trade-ins were upside down. Nearly 1 in 3, the highest share since early 2021. The average gap, $7,183, up 42% in 5 years. 26% of them owe more than $10,000. 9.3% owe more than $15,000 before choosing the next car. The average upside-down trade-in is 4.3 years old. A record. Old enough that the loan should finally have caught up, and it hadn't. Its owner's payment, $932 a month. Also a record. And the dealership has an answer ready. We'll pay off your trade, no matter what you owe. The most comforting sentence in the building. In 2012, 5 dealers settled FTC charges that their ads led buyers to believe that balance would simply go away. It did not. The FTC alleged it was rolled into the new loan or paid out of pocket. The debt does not disappear. It moves. Trade in an upside-down car, and the $7,183 is rolled into the next one. On the average new loan, that turns $650 a month into $756. And because it is now financed, the $7,183 costs $8,928 by the end. Interest on a car in someone else's driveway. Then the new car starts losing value. Same arithmetic, bigger loan. 12 months later, you owe $45,126 on a car worth $34,262. The gap, $10,865. Deeper than the $7,183 you started with. You did nothing reckless. You bought a car the normal way. And in April 2026, Lindsay Automotive Group agreed to pay roughly $78.1 million, a penalty and customer refunds, to resolve allegations of deceptive pricing and unauthorized add-on charges. Allegations resolved by settlement. But the mechanism is not an allegation. It is arithmetic. The trap does not repeat, it compounds. So, 4 checks, and each one takes minutes. 1. The total, not the payment. Multiply the monthly by the number of months before you sign. That is the price. 2. The rate. Know your credit score and get a quote from a bank or credit union before you walk in, so the dealership's rate has something to beat. 3. Gap insurance. If you need it, price it with your own insurer first. Same cover, different arithmetic. 4. The waterline. Before you trade in, look up what the car is worth and what you still owe. If you owe more, waiting is a decision too. The FTC publishes a consumer warning about this exact trap. For people who owe more than their car is worth. It is that common. $770 a month is not the price of a car. It never was. It is the price of not asking. Money, markets, power, AI.